Chocolate chip cookies, probably the most iconic cookie in every bakery. And actually, when I go to bakeries, I get the chocolate chip cookie because if they can make the chocolate chip cookie right, it seems so insignificant, to a lot of us. It's like, well, it's a chocolate chip cookie. But if the chocolate chip cookie is made correctly, then they're doing everything right there because they're even taking care of the small details that get overlooked usually. So we're going to start first, once again, room temperature butter. We have our sugar. We have brown sugar and white sugar. We'll go ahead and put that in. We're going to go ahead and start our mixer up. Once again, doing that creaming. Very, very important. You want that to be nice and fluffy, but not over-creamed. If it's over-creamed, you end up with a cookie that spreads. If it's under-creamed and bulky in the middle, it means you probably didn't cream it enough, or it has too many dry ingredients. There's a couple of different things there. I can go ahead and dump in my vanilla. And I want to show you what I mean by properly creamed. The mixer definitely does 90% of the work for you. And having your butter at room temperature helps. So, that was only about a minute. And you can see it's turned light in color. So once again, we're going to drop that egg in there. We're going to make sure we get everything off the sides. Use that bowl scraper. Sometimes it's easier to make bigger batches, which makes educational settings a little different sometimes because we're trying not to be wasteful. Feel free to multiply this recipe up though and have fun and make some cookies. This recipe that you're doing at home is going to make a dozen cookies, or what I call a baker's dozen. You can get that 13th out of it. Once that's all together, I'm going to take my flour and my chocolate chips. I'm going to go ahead and put those together. I can just make one dump. Turn my speed down. And go ahead and pour it all in. And then I can turn my speed back up. I have a portioning scoop. I have a sheet pan, parchment paper, lined, ready to go. And that cookie dough, it comes together nicely. You can actually portion this and freeze the portions in a Ziploc bag. You can refrigerate the portions for up to 24 to 36 hours. But you can freeze the portions for upwards of 3 months. And they work just fine. After the dough's done, reach in and you can see that cookie dough is good. If you like your cookies a little on the saltier side, feel free to add an extra pinch of salt. I like sea salt with mine. It's one of the reasons why Layers cookies are a little irresistible. It's the salt that's in there that helps. So I can go ahead and scoop that cookie dough over to one side. And here's the key, the final part. The disher. Okay, we use a black handle disher and we get a nice flat scoop. Okay, so once you get that nice flat scoop, this adds a couple of things here. 1, uniformity. 2, cost control. Remember, you're going to be doing those costing sheets for cookies, and I know you did the other one for Layers, but you're going to do one for this one as well. 3x4. We'll talk about what 3x4 means here. You'll notice I went 3 across the top. You'll go 4 across the length. Come across, you'll notice, for those of you that have little ones at the house, like I said, it makes a baker's dozen plus 1 for the baker. So about 14 cookies, and you'll be able to work through that. We're going to put those in the oven for about 12 minutes at 335 to 345 degrees. We want them to be light golden brown and set. We don't want them to be crispy and crunchy. So this will help. All right, chocolate chip cookies. Now, I wanted to do something just so y'all could see it. I put number 13 and 14 on here. Don't do that. I'm not gonna dirty up another pan. You guys can bake 7 at a time if you want to. But I do this also to show you why. And you think that this isn't that big of a deal, that you're just gonna eat it anyway. But I'm here to tell you what I just said when we were talking about when I go into a bakery and the first thing I think about is how good are their chocolate chip cookies, how clean do they look, that nice, beautiful texture right there, that little crispy and brown on the outside edge, them not touching each other, which is huge, okay? It means they took the time to make sure that my 50-cent cookie was worth me coming back again and again and again. There's a reason why people come into Layers and buy our orange craisin cookie, and we call it the world famous orange craisin cookie. We spent 3 solid days, 6 hours a day, perfecting that cookie so that we had the right amount. We tried orange extract, that wasn't good. We put in orange juice, and it seems like, well, chef, it's just a cookie, it's 50 cents. It's 50 cents that gets those customers to come in again and again and again. So make sure you take the time to make sure that that chocolate chip cookie is super delicious. Woo! Give me some milk.